Okay.
Hi there, time is Harvest from Tara's YouTube channel. Are you coming from 3i Atlas?
Not on the vessel itself. I am an operator.
Oh, you're an operator of the spaceship that is coming to Earth, right?
Our location is not in your solar system. However, our technology is.
Could you state your business?
We are attempting to see if the beings in this system, all beings, not just humans, are ready for a gathering. Therefore, we're gathering information, not just the information of your gravitational pulls, the information regarding the different planets, energies within this system, but also the reaction to witnessing something that you do not understand. How do you react? We are gathering this information.
Excellent. Are you equivalent of what the Hopi prophesied about the blue star Kashina?
We are not yet a fulfillment of that prophecy, but we do understand this ancient story as this technology that we have within your system gathers everything, not just what you have stored in your books, but stored in memory. Those memories are stored within the planet itself, all of them, every planet, the entire system. So we learn of this. So, no, the prophecy is not being fulfilled in the way the ancient peoples may have recognized it, but it is the beginning. And so we are gathering this intel as well. Your reaction.
Excellent, a good beginning for all of us. Another question is, are you remote controlling Atlas?
You could consider it a remote control, yes.
Oh. What kind of things are being probed in our Milky Way?
We are looking to see if there have been a meeting of sorts between the Terrans, your people, and the people of the other planets, you could say, in your system. And although there have been communications between certain planets, Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, we are also looking to see what the depth of that communication has been and if this communication has been hidden.
Great. Where do you originate from?
Arcturus,
Do you work directly with any human light workers?
there are many people on the planet Earth that we work with, and there are many who you might say your soul is us, are us. So we have had communications, just like many other beings have had communications with you since humans became a part of this place called Earth.
Great. Is humanity just a science experiment?
That is to put things very simply, and there are no simple answers. As you know, that there are multiple answers because everything requires multiple questions. So, from the point of view of certain species, yes, you would be a science experiment. But at the same time, you would be a willing participant. There are people who came to learn. There are people who came to witness this particular period. There are people who run the system, so to speak. There are many answers to these many questions. But to say that you are just a science experiment is to take the soul out of your essence.
Excellent. Is there anything else you would like to say to us? A message that would help us humans and aid us in the knowledge, in ways to connect to you and help humanity as a whole?
Yes. First, when you witness something that your programming, your ego, does not understand, it does not have to be something grand, such as a spacecraft. But think about the animals yet to be discovered on your plane of existence. And when you discover them for the very first time, it seems alien to you, as if it does not belong. There might be fear, there might be anxiety, and perhaps that fear might lead one to lash out with violence against something that they don't understand. So think about your personal reaction, not the reactions of your governments or the reactions from your friends and family, but you personally. When you encounter something that you do not understand, there isn't a past in your personal timeline for you to pull from in order to react in the way you have reacted in the past. Then we have to look at all the variables and details in the present. In the present, what is it that is causing suspect, that is causing anxiety, that is causing fear? Where's this fear coming from? Lack of knowledge? Does this cause you to lash out? Or perhaps there is no fear at all, but you are welcoming change. I'm not saying one being is right and the other is wrong, but you must look at your reactions to things that have not done anything to you yet. So think of your reactions. Think of what is causing this. Is it the object itself? Or is it just the fact that you don't have all the facts? So this probe of sorts does not mean you any harm. We are merely collecting information, collecting your information, the information of your entire system, collecting your reactions, so that when you are ready, we will come together and we will talk.
That was great. I hope our reaction is good and it helps us. Let's do it. I hope our reaction is really positive. That's what I hope. And it helps us, instead of causing more human confusion.
Wow, what an interesting energy. So I believe I've channeled the Arcturians before, but this was not the same Arcturians that I channeled before. It's like it felt like a totally different group. It felt um, like very benign. It felt like they. I don't want to put this. It felt like when everything was getting created, just Earth, our planets, our solar system, the entire universe, it felt like they were there when the first humans were there. but not to stay. It was like things, I don't know, it was like they were showing me like things branched off, went off into their own places, that they were created and then they, were placed on their various, planets and different parts of the universe, the ones that are, in 3 and 4D. Um, and that it was like they were there. It's almost like we were born at the same time you guys were born. Was kind of the feeling. And so to them, it doesn't seem like a whole lot of time has passed since the beginning of our very existence. So it was like we're just coming back almost like 5 minutes later to like see how you guys doing. Like are you ready like to meet your basically distant cousins? Kind of felt like cousins. Um, what did you think?
Um, I didn't think much really. I was just more focused on my job, and trying to ask the questions. But overall, I think they are not negative beings, and they're definitely gonna
Mhm.
help us in a way or another. Because humans gonna realize that now there is life outside of this reality, and maybe it
Mhm.
will elevate our vibration right higher, humans
Mhm.
as a collective, which is very important, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I feel that. And I feel like they are just kind of feeling things out, So if
Yeah.
they don't want to come in if we're not ready, because they don't want to cause panic and fear. They're not here to like dominate us, much like our movies would have us programmed to believe like the aliens are coming in to destroy humans and stuff. But that's not the case. It's they're benign, like you said. They seem like a positive polarity. That hey, it's like we're kind of a piece of you guys, so you're kind of like our cousins, and we just want to see how you're doing, But if you're not ready, that's cool. Like we don't want to force ourselves upon you. We're just collecting information so that we can learn about you without being invasive, without like really um you know coming in when you're not ready. So that was interesting, and I would definitely love to maybe tap in and do another channeling of it another time, because I know that there were some other questions that came in and I'd love to ask those. So wow, thank you, Time Harvest, for being our guest interviewer. You were much appreciated.
Yeah, um, yeah, I feel really good to be here, and sure, I also got a lot of questions, but that would be very unprofessional, such as, is it true the claim, there's a lot of things, questions you could ask it. And,
Mhm.
but also I imagine like, what if this whole Atlas things just disappear and then nothing
Mhm.
happens? Just like everything else never happens, right?
Mhm.
That would be like, damn, nothing happened, man. Again.
Well, I kind of feel like even if nothing like quote unquote happens, like we don't all of a sudden start seeing Arcturians walking around among us. I think that the mere existence, the fact that it's there, has already shifted a lot of the collective consciousness. Like there were some people that maybe are starting to wake up a little bit to the
Oh yeah.
possibility that there's more beyond, what their eyes can see, more beyond this realm. So, and maybe that's all they needed for their purpose or their mission, was just to witness that. For other people, maybe they're tapping in and they needed that for their mission. And I feel like, it's yeah, so even if like nothing, let's say, happens, I think that a lot has already happened just because they're there,
Yeah,
even if
it's a
nothing's
subtle,
like
right? It's a subtle
yeah,
thing, yeah,
yeah.
influencing us. Huh.
Um, and so who knows, maybe in our lifetime, maybe when we're for them it'll be like another 5 minutes, but we'll be like 95 years old.
Oh
And then all of a
man,
sudden it's like, hey, remember us from 5 minutes ago?
we are
And I'm
now
like, oh
robots,
yeah,
man.
that was like
Everybody
50
became
years ago, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right.
Oh,
It was
so
nice. All
I'm
right.
excited, and I can't wait to do another channeling of this. And by the way, thank you to everybody who requested this channeling and also requested it for today's live chat. I literally put in my notes on my phone every question, every suggestion you guys have ever had. That list is very long, and I'm trying little by little to get through it. So thank you guys very much. Thank you for all of the support. Again, thank you to Time Harvest. And if you are interested in doing a one-on-one channeling, I do have that on my website as well for anybody who is interested. So again, thank you to all of my guest interviewers, including people who have come from our Sunday live chat, like Time Harvest, and many others before him. So thank you very much, and we will catch you guys next time. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace
Peace,
out.
love, and chicken grease. Peace out.